Hello people and welcome to this quick overview video of Magic Assistant. Let's get right into this. Right now you can see the dashboard view, which gives you insights of the most important aspects and also quick actions. For example, when you want to run a new SEO analysis, you don't have to type it manually, you don't have to go to the SEO view, you can do it from the dashboard view. Anyway, let's dive into the SEO view. You will get a dashboard for SEO analytics, site analysis, and also page speed insights. You can get fresh data at any time by scrolling to the bottom of the page and clicking the update button on any of the tabs. And the same applies to the security view, which gives you an overview of your current site installation security. We also integrated with the WordPress API, which tests in real time any vulnerability, if available, for any of your installed themes or plugins. So when you run a security test, you will get a real-time information about if any of your plugins or themes are having an active vulnerability. There's an analytics tab which gives you overview of your API costs if you use your own API keys. This does not apply to our subscription models which have API usage included. And in the settings, in the AI configuration specifically, you can select your preferred AI provider and model. You can also insert your data for SEO credentials if you want to use SEO tools, which is highly recommended. Let's switch to dark mode and let's get right into this. I have already done a few tasks. For example, I have created a new post. I told the AI to create a new post about how AI can transform your experience with WordPress, and also told it to use to implement a featured image while it creates the post, so all in one request. And it actually did. Here is the post, there is content created, and you can also see the image was inserted. Of course, sometimes it is not the best image, so you should always double check, but generally speaking, things will only get better with time, and AI will also get better at choosing the best fitting images. And in this post, I didn't give the AI any more context. As you can see with my prompt, it was pretty bad. It is one of the worst prompts you could give to AI. So when you upload custom files, for example, or via drag and drop, you can give the AI more context to what it should write about or any insider information you have. Generally speaking, you should always give the AI as much context as possible so it can create proper content that is SEO optimized and also of high quality for your end users. You have a few settings in the AI chat to enable a custom system message that is being sent with every request to the AI. You can tell that attached files should persist through all messages, which means that when I attach a custom file, for example, a custom file, there is a notice that it will be sent with every single request within this chat. You don't have to do that because the file content is preserved if it was sent at least once, but sometimes you just want the 100% context with every single message. You know, it's a pretty niche scenario, but yeah, sometimes it can come in handy. We can also enable web search, which I also did. Right here you can see I told the AI to tell me what Magic Assistant is about, and I also attached the link. You don't have to attach a link, it can browse the web on its own, but in this scenario I just wanted for testing purposes a quick solution, and you can see the information, the response it gave is up to date and also makes sense, is related to Magic Assistant. You can enable it by clicking here, disabling it as well. You can furthermore get comprehensive SEO data that you would otherwise need to get from third-party software like Ahrefs or SEMrush or SE Ranking. All those kinds of tools are external software that do not live inside WordPress. With Magic Assistant, we change this behavior. This plugin connects to Data for SEO API, which is a commonly used SEO API throughout external software as well, which gives you direct connection to Google, for example, to fetch SERP data in real time. I tested it right here, and you can see the SERP results for this keyword I asked it to search for. My personal web design agency is on spot 2 and 5 actually for this keyword. It's not a hard keyword, so it wasn't really difficult to reach this, but anyway, this is not what this video is about again. You can see there is lots of SEO data available at your hands. Pretty much everything that the Data for SEO API has available is also available through Magic Assistant. For example, you can also ask it for real-time keyword analytics, basically everything that Data for SEO has available. You can also share entire conversations that you have in this chat through pressing this button. You can either share it directly, copy and paste it, or you can even create a permanent link, which I already did. You can access permanent links through these settings, shared conversations, and then you will see that there is a link already. I also set it to expire in 7 days. So you can customize this as well, also to never expire. And this is what it looks like. My message, AI response, and this would of course go on if the conversation was longer. Also, there's a small view counter right there. And in this chat you can see that the AI is actually deeply integrated into WordPress. It is not just creating content on the fly. It is not just able to fetch SEO data. It can directly analyze your site and can directly access your site information. In this chat I told it to do so. Please fetch site info. Site info is a predefined MCP tool which you can call at any time. And you will see it has access to lots of data that WordPress provides. And the same applies to SEO and security views as well, where you can tell the AI to, for example, perform a comprehensive SEO audit of your site. And this audit took about 30 seconds to finish. It is for the SEO site analysis tab. This is, I scroll to the bottom, pressed this button, update site analysis, and this is the result. First, you get the results directly in the chat, which also already tells you the most important things about your site. And then, of course, you can visit the site analysis tab, for which I triggered the analysis, and you will get all the information. You will see any schema errors, any meta errors, any missing meta, schema, open graph, and so on. Of course, the same applies to the other SEO tabs as well. You can always scroll to the bottom and request new fresh data by pressing the button, which takes you to the AI chat with a predefined message. You can use the AI on any page, which funnily enough I forgot to mention in the comprehensive review of Magic Assistant, but you notice there is a funny little button. I customized it to look like this, so you can customize it too. When you click on it, it will open a drawer on the right side, which you can use on basically any page. Doesn't matter if it's a WordPress backend or if it's your website frontend. You can create a new chat anytime, and every time you send a message through the floating chat, through the drawer chat, the AI will also get a link to the current page you are viewing, so it can fetch any information of the current page you are viewing right now. So it always has the current context of any page, and therefore it is really helpful and can also help you find any issues with content, for example, on the current page. You don't have to copy and paste it inside. Just visit the page, ask the AI if there's something wrong, and it can tell you yes or no. And last but not least, we want to visit the emergency debug view, which you can enable through the Magic Assistant settings. Emergency debug view, I have already enabled it. I will also set a password so that only I can actually access this, and then it will show you the URL you have to copy and paste so you can visit the emergency view. And this is what it looks like. I'm gonna refresh this, and now I will also cause a fatal error, so you can see that the site will be the emergency debug view will be accessible even when there's a fatal error. Okay, so I have caused the fatal error by adjusting the functions PHP of bricks. Now when I refresh, you see there's emergency mode. The debug mode knows there's something wrong, and I know in this case that this debug log right here contains the issue I caused. You can directly see the lines that are causing issues. They are marked red. I inserted the character S right there just for demonstration purposes, but sometimes it can be a little more complicated. And if you know what you're doing, or let's say if you have enough backups, you can also edit files directly. You can remove the letter S right here. File saved successfully. And now when we refresh, emergency mode is gone because the issue is gone. Of course, sometimes you don't really know what to do. Let's get this error back real quick. Yes, and now I will ask AI to analyze this issue. You should immediately, when you install Magic Assistant, always configure the AI so you have any AI connection already up and running if you are not using a subscription model. If you are using a subscription model of Magic Assistant, you don't need to do that. But in the case of bring your own key, you should always provide your own key immediately after installations, so when any fatal error is showing up, you have access to the AI. You can select the provider, click AI Analyze, and as you can see, there is an easy to understand solution. It tells you what the error is actually, and then also tells you what to do. Edit the file, remove it, and that's it, the error is now gone. So I hope you enjoyed this quicker overview, which also took quite some time, but it is a plugin with lots of capabilities, with lots of things to do, deep AI integration into WordPress. So this is the fastest I could go. Hope you enjoyed this. Let's have a quick view at the pricing, just for your information. The monthly and yearly plans are the subscription plans, which have AI credits included further down you can also see that one AI credit refers to roughly 6K to 10K tokens of AI chat. There's also an example of about 3 to 5 responses that are not using any tools like 1 credit. But if you're using heavier tools like a comprehensive SEO analysis, it could cost more than 1 credit, but you will definitely have enough for the month. And also there is a little extra for the bring your own key users who are using either the lifetime license or the small monthly license, which is like the free plan, just with higher request limits. The free plan has very low request limits and you can only send a few messages until you run into the limit for that day. For those bring your own key users, we have a little special, because when you want to use data for SEO API, you need to invest at least $50 to their API. And to circumvent this, you can also buy data for SEO balance through MagicPlugins. This is the screen where you can buy API usage balance through MagicPlugins. It starts at $11.50 for $10 of API usage. Why is it $1.50 more? Simply because we have to account for the transaction costs that Stripe apply, and also the US dollars to euro conversion. And of course for your convenience, because you don't have to invest as much as if you were to buy on the API directly. So hope you guys and girls enjoyed this. Hope you peeps enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching this and see you next time.